Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back to Spirit Source Tarot. And hello to the new people. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I sincerely appreciate it. My name is Angie, and I'm going to be doing your weekly reading for this first week of February. I can't believe a whole freaking month has gone by already. So it's from the 31st to, I believe, the 4th. All right, we're going to pull 3 cards and clarify as much as we have to, as well as utilize our deviant moon corner over here to the left, which stands to uncover anything that we are not seeing, or what spirit wants us to pay attention to or be careful of, any sort of self-sabotage or saboteurs around us. These are things we need to know. So Scorpio, let's get your cards pulled. All right, first card out for you. Five of Cups. Second card for you, Two of Wands. Well, now, third card for you is the Three of Wands. You know, a decision you don't want to have to make. Maybe you've been trying not to make this decision because, I don't know, I feel like either way it's going to be sort of bittersweet type of deal. And you got to look out for yourself too. So maybe someone's put you in a rock and a hard place here is what I'm feeling. Rock and a hard place this week. But let's see if something good can come about. What Spirit wants us to know how to navigate this. All right, Scorpio? Let me cut these. Thank you, Spirit. Clarifying for Scorpio, the Five of Cups. That's clarified by the Sun. Got to release something. Got to release something here. Clarifying the Two of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Clarifying the Three of Wands. Two of Cups. Now what? You know, it's a rock and a hard place, and it looks like, you know, it's a relationship that you had high hopes for. Something that I feel like you still do. And it's unfortunate because you invested so much into this. Really did. And you hate to walk away. But here's the week of deliberation upon you. Let's see what happened here. And don't forget, feel free to swap the energies, or if this is not your reading, if it's not your story, please enjoy and let another Scorpio relate. Let's give them a good heads up and some support here. All right, let me cut these as well. No need to stop now. Let's take a look at this Five of Cups. There's some regret here about having to release a situation. We got the Four of Pentacles as well. Really holding on to not making this decision, or finding it very difficult to finally choose a path, you know. And this is a nostalgic week, you know. Not only are we Mercury retrograde, but that applies to memories too. That applies to past hopes and dreams, and where we are now, how far we've come, and where can we go from here. Okay, Five of Cups. Further clarified for Scorpio right next to the Sun. And that's clarified by the Three of Pentacles. It's definitely had to do with releasing some sort of partnership that you had high hopes on, okay? And it's a partnership that's a personal relationship at that, Two of Cups. So the Five of Cups was further clarified right next to the Sun by the Three of Pentacles. You know, this could be a relationship to where you guys might have a child or two. You know, there was so much promise as far as you're concerned. You're prepared to go through the ups and downs. However, something has sort of driven you to a point of having to really figure out a way how to release this. Two of Wands. Clarify further, right next to the Four of Pentacles. Clarified by Justice. Really trying to find it. It's not easy to walk away, guys. For other reasons as well, you know, financial. Sometimes you might want to, you'd be hell-bent on, if you have children, wanting them to grow up in the ideal, you know, double parental household and all that, you know. Some things that you grew up just wanting in your future. You know, it could have been the elements of your surroundings that sort of formulated your mindset on how you wanted it to be. You might not have had this growing up and wanted it as well, okay? This could have been stuff you learned from your environment, TV, what have you, growing up, that this is what I want in my future. You just had it in the back of your mind. Now you're like, what now? What next? How do I do this? How do I let go of something that I've had in my fabric, the makeup of who I am for so long? It's difficult to make that choice, to let go of this sort of, I don't want to call it a dream, this desire, this plan. Difficult to let it go. You guys might be married, might be living, you know, long-term union together. Definitely a partnership that you're finding hard to let go. Clarifying the Three of Wands, right next to the Two of Cups. So, it will be for the best. However, like we said, this is a nostalgic week for you. So here, the Three of Wands, as we stated, is just looking back, sort of in your own mind about what you wanted. In your own mind about what could have been. And sort of also being honest with yourself that you still want it from the same person, or you still want that whole picture that you have in your mind. And it's okay to have an outlook of how you want something to be. Obviously, we know that there will be variables. It won't be exactly, but it's good to have a plan, an idea, a vision. That's how we manifest. So there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I really wanted the white picket fence, this, that, and the other. You know what? I came close. We got a bungalow, you know, or whatever. But it's good to have this sort of goal, relationship goal, as well as your other goals. It's good to have an idea of what you want it to look like, you know. So here we are, reminiscing this week, and still sort of like understanding in your heart that I do want this in my future. Maybe I can't have it with this person right now, but I do want this sort of Two of Cups relationship where we got each other's back in my future. I want that. So let's take a look here for you, Scorpio. Let's take a look. Not a bad week. You know, not a bad week. Some kind of heavy decisions to be made, but not a bad week whatsoever. We're in those predicaments from time to time, and sometimes not by our own doing. So let's clarify. Oh, let me cut these. I cut all the other cards. Let's take a look. See, Five of Cups clarified for Scorpio, right next to the Three of Pentacles. Thank you, Spirit. Looking at the investment of time we've put in, where I thought it was going to go. You know, how much more we still had yet to do because you believe you can accomplish it. This is a heart-wrenching sort of realization this week that you're gonna have to make a decision, and it's coming up very soon. The Justice is here. It's coming up very soon, and even though you've been trying not to make this decision, you know, the time is here. It's on your heels, okay? We've gone to the Two of Wands, smack dab in the middle. The time is here. So clarifying the Two of Wands for Scorpio right next to the Justice. Damn, this is definitely some sort of separation from the relationship. Okay, that's why we're starting out with the Five of Cups. This is definitely a separation from the partnership that you were holding on to dearly, that you did not want to make a decision, that you were hoping that somehow something could just miraculously fix it just a little bit. Can we come together and even, figure out a way to mend, heal, talk, put this thing together, restructure it for the future? Clarifying the Three of Wands. Clarifying the Three of Wands for Scorpio right next to the Three of Cups here. Oopsies. And it's like, your hopes for this relationship, it just sort of, you have to come to terms with it, Three of Wands, that it's fading away, that it's, that ship that you thought was coming in is now going in reverse. But that'll only make room for something better to come in, something that's for you, for the long haul. That Two of Cups that you wanted. Clarifying the Three of Wands right next to the Three of Cups is the Hierophant. This is so cut and dry. And I hate to make it sound black and white because it damn sure isn't. Okay, this is a very emotional week for you. I don't see a lot of talking here whatsoever. You're in your mind. You're examining the past. Let down about your hopes for this union, and really coming to the point of having to make a decision about it. You've tried all you can. The Hierophant's indicated here by what you wanted out of this relationship and what you kind of surprisingly to yourself still want from the future. You want it from the future, which is a great sign. It doesn't mean you're down in the dumps. It doesn't mean that you're throwing away any sort of love, hopes, and whatnot. You still have love in your heart and still know fully deep down inside that one day you'll have it. It's just that right now it's a tough time for you this week, okay? So that's our heads up. Spirit is saying, yes, you've been here in the Five of Cups, Four of Pentacles long enough. Time to make this decision and start looking out to the future, because there's good things in the future. Your heart is open to it. And Spirit is telling you, yes, your heart is open to it because there are good things waiting for you in the future. Let's take a look at the Deviant Moon corners, Scorpio, and see if there's anything that we need to know that we're not seeing that could sort of mess up the progress of this week. So, like we said, the realization of what you got to do. So we have, let me make sure you can see it. All right, we have the King of Cups, and we have the Tower, and we have the Hangman. This is literally like right here, Tower right in the middle, and the Hangman for the Three of Wands, the perspective that you see looking out into the future, realizing, hey, you know what? I still have love. That means I still have joy. I still have expectations for my future. Not bad at all. So we have a confirmation here, a reconfirmation from Spirit that it's time to let go of what you thought you were growing in the past. It's time to let go. The Tower here is signifying the realization of it. Okay? The Hangman is looking back, just like the Three of Wands, and just taking account, putting all the pieces in the right place, and getting ready to close that chapter. But a happy surprise is that you're still looking out for a bright future. Happy surprise that you can still see a bright future with this new perspective in yourself, because for a minute you're kind of caught up in this one relationship, and then it's like, okay, didn't want to do it, I stalled long enough, but now I have to. And then just this week, random thoughts that go through your mind. You're not going to be obsessively thinking about it, but you can see that there is a place for love and companionship in your future. And Spirit is reconfirming here with the Hangman's new perspective. 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, the Hierophant. It is coming. It is going to be a happy relationship coming. And you are right to look out into the future for it. All right, Scorpio. Bit of a doozy, but nothing that you can't handle. And we're here to support you. So thank you so much for letting me share. I look forward to doing your February monthly reading coming up soon. And take care.